I'm back with more real guy, old guy type tool reviews. I want to show you a little bit of the difference between 40 years ago and right now as a guy who just bought some new tools to try to take advantage of some of the newer technology and make my own life a little easier when I start fixing stuff this spring. And the shiny ones haven't been used. So as a general rule, if it's real shiny, has a bright colored handle, it's probably new in my collection. Except for these two, which are not bright colored. But I started out about 40 years ago with some tools to fix my Mazda RX-7. And there was a store called Western Auto. And I got a toolkit that had this. There's a 40-piece toolkit. They probably still sell the same exact one all over the place as a 40-piece toolkit with that same wrench in it, probably. Probably made in China now. This was made in Taiwan, even back then, okay? Or it might have been USA. I can't remember. At the very worst, it was Taiwan. I think Western Auto was made in the USA at that time. And then maybe this one later on that I got was made in Taiwan. But they've held up. They have done an awful lot of work. They don't come with these black handles. You have to plasti dip that yourself. I also got one of these that I use for spark plugs mostly all the time. It is my constant go-to spark plug getting and putting back in wrench. It has a spinner handle and probably, 36 teeth at the most. These here are in the 40s, 45, 40 tooth, maybe 42 teeth. Nothing special compared to today's stuff. Then you move on to these. One of the older style of Craftsman USA wrenches. And they're not horrible, but they're a lot of teeth. So you don't get a very good small swing. But they work. I haven't really broken any. I'm probably less abusive to my tools than some people. They're not terrible. This little 1/4 inch though is a 24 tooth ratchet, and it has seen better days. I think it would probably just about screw things in going either direction. It's so tight and difficult. This one is a newer one. It's a little better, but not much. The newer style Craftsmans are just variations on a theme. These are still USA made from about 20 years ago. They've done a lot of work for me, but things get hard when you get old. And I've noticed some things about my tool that have made my life harder. And one of the things I'm trying to eliminate is how far up you reach when you're laying on your back. And so this weekend I got this that will reach up into the things that I'm laying on my back for underneath my vans. And maybe I can start wrenching from down here near my chest instead of way up over my head up beside the engine. Some of these are better for my motorcycle. I've already used this one. I've only had it a week and I've already done some stuff with it. I've used it this way and the other way. So that's going to be handy. And I bought a stubby 1/4 inch that will be handy for different things. These are all 72 tooth ratchets. This is nice. Low profile head. Super nice. These composite ratchets just feel good, especially 30 degrees out in this garage, and these are not cold at all to hang on to. So every single one of them, 72 tooth, and they're great. This thing here I got because I remember some places where I sure wish I could have bent my wrench. Well, now I can, and I will. I also have some wobble head extensions I had never had before. I'm sure those will come in handy. This here, I've used it already, the pass-through socket set. It is an extremely low profile ratchet. And when you put one of these sockets on, it doesn't get that much taller. Plus these sockets, the Pittsburgh design of pass-through wrench allows you to use a normal ratcheting wrench with these sockets. Take a 3/4 wrench and stick it on there. Now you really have a seriously low profile ratchet. So things have changed a lot in 40 years, and I'm going to change with them. I'm old enough now that I have to have my seat to sit on, but it rolls and I can spin it, so I can still play like a little kid once I'm on it. Some of these other things in the box are old and a couple are new, but for the most part, every socket you see on these trays is well in excess of 20 years old, and some are 40. The bigger ones in the back, in fact, are 40 years old, probably at least. So I guess the thing to know is that when you get older, you may have to change with the times a little bit just to keep using your old body to do the same things you did when you were young. And this is the way I'm going to go about it. So like, subscribe if you want to, leave some comments. If you want to see something that I may have done or that I'm about to do, put it in a comment and I'll see if I can do it. Or maybe I have done it already and I'll show you how I did it. Thanks for watching. Bye.